Walmart shares moving higher, hitting record highs today, in fact, ahead of earnings out on Tuesday morning. And our next guest says the stock's just getting started. Yruma, managing director of Piper Sandler, has a street high price target of $210 on Walmart. He joins me now. Ed, thanks for joining. And I guess the question, first of all, perhaps, is what type of retail environment has Walmart been operating in? And what would you most be looking for in the report on Tuesday?
Look, certainly the consumer has been very challenged. Inflation was a significant pressure to the consumer in 23. But what we're starting to look at is as inflation begins to dissipate, does the consumer shift a little bit away from some of these necessities, from groceries, and starts buying some of this, what they call general merchandise, right? This is higher margin goods, might be apparel, toys, and those sales have been pretty weak through 23. So I think hearing commentary on that will be really interesting.
Now, if that were to happen, would it diminish Walmart's perceived advantage here? Because it would seem like that was what was weighing on the likes of Target, Walmart, being better positioned in everyday essentials was the net beneficiary there.
Well, look, I think clearly Walmart does a great job with everyday essentials. They've done a great job with grocery. But I think one of the stories that hasn't been told yet is how much better Walmart's gotten at things like apparel, how much they've gotten, in toys and baby. And so I think as the consumer starts to rotate back to that, as they have more disposable dollars, Walmart could benefit from that as well.
What's your sense of investor kind of attitudes and positioning toward Walmart? As you talk to clients, is it really just being owned as it's the quality name in the group, and obviously this is the time when smaller players are having a harder time, or is there specific strategic issues that people like about what's going on at the company right now?
Yeah, I think a couple of things, right? I think first, it is viewed as kind of a safer way to play the consumer, given its strong focus on things like essentials and groceries. But I think what's been interesting is that Walmart last year articulated this idea that they would grow earnings faster than revenue, right? So now you have this dynamic of Walmart, which seemingly getting a little more discipline on costs and really focusing on growing EBIT margin, which I think could be very interesting. The other piece of it, which they announced a couple weeks ago, is this idea of opening 150 new superstores, remodeling more stores. And so, Walmart, which has been very reliant on comp store sales in part due to inflation, may now have a growth story to tell in the medium term as they start opening new stores.
And in terms of, the $210 price target, I mean, what builds into that in terms of where it would be valued and how that compares to where it's traded in the past?
Yeah, so that would sound a 15 times EV to EBITDA multiple. And I think what kind of goes into that is this idea that Walmart is really adding some strength behind what we view as kind of more annuity businesses. They're building into this advertising business, which is very profitable, which is sticky. They're growing their Walmart Plus subscriber base. We're seeing stronger results in Sam's. And so certainly Walmart is a retailer, but I think when you add some of these components that are probably less volatile, we think over time that helps give them a stronger valuation they've seen in the past.
And along those lines, I mean, obviously there were the reports this week that Walmart may be in talks to acquire Vizio, the TV maker. It would seem as if, this interest in having that type of customer data and maybe a platform for further advertising sales is a part of that?
Look, I certainly don't have any insight into whether they acquire this business or not specifically, but I would just say that advertising has been one of the success stories of Walmart. Data is a core component of that. And you've seen them use in-store data. You've seen them use other types of data. And so certainly the closer they get to the consumer, understanding what they're watching, what they're doing, will make them a more valuable platform for advertisers going forward.